So she takes a day off work. She gets hand warmers and a thermos of coffee and deep dish pizza and walkie-talkies. All kinds of cool... where does she work?
REI.
REI stuff. Gloves, all kinds of cool stuff. So we drive down there, and we get there around 7. And it's freezing cold. Like, it's really freezing.
What about any of the cops, though? Did you charm any of the lady cops or anything?
Interestingly, I charmed one of the lady cops, because the cops were just not helping me. But then in Manuka County... I go, and it's always dead. Like, there's nobody there. It's like they're off because it's Christmas. They're, like, out for the holidays. It's a fucking police department. Unbelievable. But this lady comes out. I'm like, hey, I flew out here from L.A. This kid stole my dog, and I'm trying to find him. And she goes, well, there's not much we can do because we're just going by. And I'm like, yeah, I know. The thing is, I'm going to leave your city. I'm trying to do this the right way. If something goes badly, I want you to know what my intentions are. And once I said that, her eyes opened pretty widely. With her wide, lovely eyes, and she goes, all right, you're now legally obligated to call the police if you find him and say that you found someone who stole your merchandise, and you need a police officer there to keep the peace. So I take that under advisement. But I still have no desire to do it. My plan is to find him outside the theater, follow him to his house, and then confront him. Because he's not going to have the dog with him at the theater, obviously.
Okay, can you rewind 1 minute? Can you
Yeah.
just explain that, I think you told me how they explain property, like a laptop versus a puppy
dog. They've all
dog.
said this, starting at LAPD, because they're like, what's a dog worth? And I was like, I don't know. What is a dog worth? And he thought that was funny. And he was like, I was like, why would it? He's like, if he would say it's more than $1,000 or $500, I can't remember the number. But you say it was $1,000, that way it'll become a higher priority or something. So I was like, fine, $1,000. I mean, like, well, it'll just make them look harder. It'll make it federal. But, so, anyway, so that's what the lady cop in Manuka said. That if I find him, I have to call the police. But I have no intention of doing that. I plan on finding him in the theater and following him to his house. Going down to Manuka, you go through endless nothingness, like a Hector Pass blackness. Like, the stars don't even shine. I'm completely serious. Outside, there's the Manuka Theater called Hollywood Boulevard, interestingly, and it has like the worst. It looks so bad. It has like these road signs that say Hollywood, and it's like Hollywood's a terrible place, and these people are like Hollywood, and it's awful. But outside this little strip mall with the theater, there's really nothing. You stick your arm out, you can't see your fingertips. It's so black. I'm guessing there's just corn or something, but it's too late at night. You can't see anything. Literally, the stars aren't shining for some reason. It's just black. And then this shitty neon light in the theater. So we get there. We're waiting in the car. Not a whole lot of time. It's really early. Like, it's 7. The show's at midnight. Not a lot of time passes. 30 minutes maybe. We're just like watching everybody with binoculars. We're having fun. Almost no time passes. I have a picture of him on Facebook on my laptop up.
And how did you know he would be at their...
Oh, I had no idea.
So on a hunch.
On a hunch.
3 hours to a city. Nobody said, see you, I'll be Frankenfurter tonight.
Yeah,
see you at the
no. It's all, so I'm there, and I'm looking. And I find him pretty quickly. Like, 45 minutes go in, and I'm like... I mean, again, we know how the story ends now. At the time, there couldn't be higher suspense. Like, it couldn't have been more, just riveting. And I find the kid immediately... she gets out with her walkie-talkie and goes like, that's a Chinese lady. And I'm staring right at him. And it's the weirdest sensation of delusion. Because I was so hungry to find him that I was certain, I'm like, that's him. Immediately she's like, no, Chinese lady. Because on the thing, she has a picture of him on Facebook, so she has a general, So she comes back, we were waiting, and I'm like, weird. All right, I don't know. Hour goes by, I mean roughly, and then I actually do see him, and I'm like, that's his jacket, that's him, because I recognize the way he walks, the jacket, goes out, that's like a 50-year-old man, and it's blowing my mind, because it's like, I recognize I'm wrong, like I'm conscious, I'm rational, I recognize that I'm wrong, but I feel so certain every time, and this happens maybe 4 times in the 5 hours, I keep thinking I see him. And the last time, I'm like, look, would you check? Like, I'm certain. but I recognize the context that I've been wrong all this time. So
Because she's inside staking.
she's driving. We're both. I'm in the passenger seat. She's in the driver's seat.
Okay. But wait, why are you guys on walkie-talkies then?
No, she'll go out and
with
like
the
go like,
walkie-talkie.
yeah, that's him.
Okay.
You know, that sort of thing. And
Where'd she get the walkie-talkies? REI?
REI, yeah, and the hand warmers and like foot warmers, all kinds of cool shit. She was really down for this. She was a fucking cool girl. Got the binoculars, all that stuff.
I've never heard this story in such in depth.
I just blow through
we
it.
were really drunk.
Yeah, I usually blow through it.
It's playing out like a Paul Thomas Anderson movie.
It's really unbelievable. I should have made it into a film. But,
let's do it.
So
I'll write up the script while you're in Detroit. And
I
come back for the premiere.
keep thinking I see him. And this last time I'm like, I'm certain, like I feel the certainty, but I'm smart enough to recognize I'm delusional. She goes, checks on him. So this is like maybe 4 times in 5 hours. It's midnight now, and the theater's full. There's a big lobby. They have a bar, like a full bar.
It's got there like not
7.
And the show starts at midnight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know what else to do with my time.
Right.
I can't hang out in Chicago. I have to look for the kid or I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, and people show up early sometimes.
Yeah.
So ahead.
So
With binoculars involved too.
yeah, we have binoculars from REI. Yeah. So I go in there. It's midnight, just like 11:55, and I'm like pawing the kids, like actually grabbing them and making them look at me to see if I can find him, like a bear in a campground, upturning cans, you know. And I'm trying to find him, and they call the movie, and they go like they have this bullhorn, ugly. It's such a horrible theater, but they have a full bar, which was awesome. What a brilliant idea for a theater. And they call the theater, and everybody leaves, and it's stone quiet. And I sit down and I think, there's no way now. This is the only fucking hunch I had. I'm not going to fly back to LA. I'm going to mail my key back to Flo and have her divvy up all the stuff for everybody. And I'm going to live in Chicago now. She said she could possibly get me a job at REI, and I'm going to sleep on her floor until I can afford my own place. And I'm no longer Vlad the retailer. I own everything I brought, and I'm now Aaron in Chicago. And this really is amazing perspective change. That I'm sitting there and I think, okay, I can do this. I'm in Chicago now. All right, whatever. I'm going to find this dog. Because I can't justify spending the $1,000, $2,000 and then come back without the dog. And then it's because the same thing. And I have to just wait. No, I know he's in Illinois. Chicago. So anyway, it's a really amazing feeling. This sort of like sense of just everybody's gone, new life. Just, this is what I'm doing. It's a little after midnight. We got back to the car, and it's so cold. And I'm like, I have to piss, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. She's like, all right. It's a 3-hour drive. I go up this hallway into the bathroom. I'm pissing in the urinal, so there's a little bit of noise, that little noise, pissing in the urinal. And I think I hear down the hallway in the lobby, sorry I'm late. And I go, what the fuck? And I just run out. I mean, you can hear me, my feet slapping the ground. I'm running out to the lobby. Nothing. Doors aren't swinging. There's no one behind the counter. There's nothing. Crickets, tumbleweeds, nothing. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And I walk out to the car and I go, did you see anybody come in? She goes, I wasn't looking. Which I love. She's like, I wasn't looking. I was like, fuck. All right, I know it doesn't make any sense. I know I've been wrong like all these times, but I think I heard his voice while I was peeing in the urinal. And very literally, I remember I didn't finish the sentence, and she goes, we'll wait 2 more hours. Like, if she didn't do this, it never would have worked. She took a day off work, she drove me all the way down there, we staked this kid out, and then when he didn't show, and I'm delusional all night, I go, I think while I'm pissing I hear him, and she goes, we'll wait 2 more hours before I finish.
It's not logical.
It's really unbelievable the way she goes, we'll wait. I'm like, I cannot believe this girl. So we wait 2 more hours, and I actually see him come out. He's got these red pants on, and I see his face, and he's coming out right at me. And I'm just in this car, just giddy. And I'm like, you motherfucker, from Thursday, I found you. Flew out Friday, found him Saturday. I can't, this is blowing my mind. He's in Minooka, Illinois, because of the movie. Unbelievable. I mean, really, I wish I could explain this sensation. So I see him, and I'm like, let's do this. Let's fucking follow him. And this is when, I don't know, she goes, look, taillights all look the same. She is terrified now of losing him. Because it's an endless black night, this deathless dark. She's like, if I lose him, this is all we have. She goes, call the fucking cops. And I was like, all right. I didn't really want to, but I thought if we lose him, I got nothing to go on except for like his brother-in-law who has the whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. So I called the cops. They show up immediately.
Really?
I think I was still on the phone when they showed up. I was dialing the police and they showed up already.
Is it because you had contacted?
It's because it's Manuka and there's not a damn thing to do.
And they're like, shit, yeah.
These cops are awesome.
And
They're
you told them
young.
you were going to kill him, right?
They're not. They're not cops in any way.
Yeah, were they worried?
No, they're just. I mean,
because you had talked to them earlier,
right,
and
right.
they kind of got
But
this.
I didn't talk to them. I talked to some lady. So these
okay.
these are like the street cops. They come up and they're just like.
They didn't know you,
No.
Or the situation.
Well, no.
Or they got.
I was going to tell the story. I don't need.
I
was going to tell you what happens.
Okay, sorry.
So the cops show up and they're like, "Hey, are you the guy from LA?" See how that answers your question?
Yeah.
You're the guy from LA with the dog, and I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "This is amazing." They're like, they were so stoked, like kids, like they were like kids snowboarding, drinking Mountain Dew, like they were just stoked. And they were like, "Wow, this never happens." And they're like, "Yeah, this never happens." Like they're just like these young guys talking to each other. They're like, "We keep kids who are under 18 from smoking. That's what we do all day." And they were these nice guys. They were not, no way cops. They were just guys. So they go. Which one is the red pants right there? And they pull him out, and he sees me, and my teeth are bare, and my face is cracking. I'm like, not. I'm just so giddy. I'm like, I see you. And he starts, you can see him sweat. You can almost hear him sweating. He was so shaky, like a little rat dog, and nervous. And the cops pull him out, and he's just going, and the cops come back over. And he's like, okay, he's saying he gave you $500 for the dog. And I look at him, I go, if he gave me $500, I wouldn't have flown out here. He goes, I need to confirm or deny it, so I deny it. Goes back over. He's just like, doing like, trying to act cool, which is making him look even more nervous. Cop comes back over. He goes, he's saying he traded a viola for the dog. I go, what the fuck would I want with the viola? And he goes, I need to confirm or deny. I'm like, I deny it. He goes back over to the kid, talking for a minute. It comes back, and he's okay. He's gonna meet you at 3:30 in the morning at the Manuka Police Department and hand over the dog. So again, ecstatic. The girl's freaking out. We're like, holy shit, this works. I don't know why she'd ever thought I was a crazy person, but she really should have. And it was just like, I can't believe this worked. We're so happy that I don't notice that everybody leaves. The cops are gone. Everybody's gone. We're alone in the parking lot with this kid. And he's just standing there by his car. And he's not leaving. And we're waiting for him because I want to follow him to his house because I don't trust him because he's not my dog. So he's just standing there, and everybody, I can't believe the cops left. So we're just alone in the parking lot.
Like, job here's done, bro. You get
Yeah,
your dog.
everybody just goes, and he starts to scream, out like a wolf in the night, just like open mouth, just starts screaming, and he goes, "You fuckwad," which is how he starts. When I realize he is a teenager, like it's never gonna get to violence. Like I'm just feeling uncomfortable for him for using the word fuckwad as your go-to insult. I'm like, man, Midwest. You fuckwad, you don't even care about this dog. You're a fucking psycho. You fucking follow me. You don't even fucking, just like nonsense. But it was mainly, you don't care about this dog. I open up the door, and I put my legs down. I don't stand up. And between like gasps, or between outbursts, I just go, look man, I'm in Chicago. I clearly want the dog back. You're fucking crazy. You think you're gonna follow me? I'm gonna follow where I live.
He's a teenager?
He's a teenager. And he's just screaming. And then it pauses. And I'm like, and I just say something reasonable, and he's just screaming. And between breaks, this girl who, again, took a day off work, drove me down there, did all this stuff. I was a one-eyed cat, I should have mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
One-eyed cat with like a pink, wet wound that would stare at me while I was trying to sleep on the floor. Just stare at me. Like it knows what I did with it. Like it thinks I know what happened to its eye or something. Like I have it. It's just like, give back the eye.
He's come back.
I want the gold. I'm like, I don't have the gold, So, in between the outbursts, he just goes, or the girl, whose name I don't even know. I call her the girl because she gave me a fake name because of the stalkers. She goes by Ray, but I don't think that's her real name.
Wait, is that?
No.
Oh.
And so she goes very warmly, and I can't mimic it, but very softly, really sweetly. this woman is an angel to me. Like a nightingale. Come on, man. Just give him his dog back. In this really soft, lovely voice. And he goes, "You fucking manipulative bitch, always telling me what to do." Starts screaming about his mother, who was not there. But literally I've never seen a psychotic shift like that, or that sort of like that psychosis, where he's screaming at his mother about things like references we don't get. And he does use the word Scientology. Interesting. It's a little tidbit, no disrespect to the church. Does go, "Fucking Scientology, you're always telling me," and just yelling about his mother. And I go, "Dude, that's not your mom," which is like ridiculous to say. But he didn't hear me, and it's almost like his eyes disassociate, and he's just snot bubbled, red faced, just tears dripping, just yelling. Like in the night, you can see like the smoke of his breath. "Hi, how are you?" "Good, thank you." Just screaming about his mother. So I close the door, and I go, "Okay, I'm out of my depth. I don't know what to do." And she goes, "Just call the cop." Again, she has the right to call the cops. So I got the card. I call the cop. He gave me his card. So I'm like, "Hey, he's not leaving, and I don't want to let him go. Like, I want to follow him to his house. If he doesn't show up, is there something? Then can you do something?" And he goes, "Yeah, he admitted to having the dog. If he just said he didn't know you, there'd be nothing we could do. All you had to do is go, 'What dog?'" And it's true. What could I have possibly done? Nothing. So I'm like, perfect. I'm like, all right. I just drove away, left him barking in the night, and drove down to the Manuka Police Department. We made a couple wrong turns because it's so fucking dark, and there's nothing there. There's nothing there. There are like exits without like lights. It's terrifying. But we get there, and he's already there, and there's a line of cops. Like there's like 2 cops, I think, on either side of us, and he's got Chumba, who looks like a bag of wet leaves, like just brown and gross and sad, like limp and hungry, just looked shitty, like a Simpsons dog. And they handed, and once he handed him over, this is really true. It was like this. He just sprung to life, started licking my face. So I go, "Ah," the light comes down. But the cops actually go, "Aw," but they hate this kid. I mean, this kid is so unlikable. I feel so bad now for how unlikable this kid is.
I hope they see him around now.
Well, that was the thing.
They see him at like a Denny's and go like, "You're the prick that stole like your dog." Huh?
Well, I went back to the car because I made it not about him, because he was like, he thought it was all about him because he was crazy. And I was like, "Thanks," to the dog, and I just walked away. Didn't say a thing to him. Didn't chastise him. Just walked away. Like, nothing to do with you. And I went back to the cops. The cops were like, the elbow on the window. So, "How'd you do it? How'd you find him?" And I was like, "I had a hunch." And they loved that. I knew he was from Chicago. I knew Life Rocky Horror Picture Show. They were playing it in Manuka. And I don't know if he was from Manuka, because it's like when I say I'm from Atlanta, but really I'm from Fairburn kind of thing, or Peachtree City or something. It's like people say they're from the Valley. They're from LA. They just say it's easier. I don't know if maybe he lives in Manuka.
Because he got the dog there quick.
That's the thing. So
yeah.
Maybe, or he just dropped out of friends. I have no idea. I still don't know.
That's how you found him? I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is how I found him. And the cops were like, "This is brilliant." And I was like, "Hey, I don't want to cause this kid any more heartache, but is this on his record? So next time he does something creepy, you can go, 'Oh, is that the first time he did something creepy?'" And they were like, "Not really, because you didn't press charges." And I was like, "Well," because I said all I wanted was the dog back, which is true. I don't want to press charges. He's like, "But he's going to have to wake up every day and be him, and that's bad enough." And the other cop's like, "Yeah, he's going to wake up and pet the air." And they're just making fun of this kid. I'm like, he's a really shitty kid. But Manuka is no place to raise a child, honestly. So then he goes, so I told him I staked out the theater and all this stuff, and he offered us jobs.
That's the name of this story, by the way. Manuka's no place to raise a child.
Manuka's no place to raise a child.
That's the name of the story.
I blame Manuka more than anything. But, and the cops were like, "You guys want a job?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, we can get you a job if you want." I was like, "Kinda, but I got to shop in LA. I got to go back." Thank you. I'm sorry I wasn't. I'll spend more time next time. I'll like ask you how you're doing and stuff. Oh, you too. It's in the middle of a thing. I'm sorry. So yeah, they offered us jobs, and I was like, I thought about it for half a second, but I was like, I got a thing to do. I don't know what I would have done there, but I could have been a cop, but they would have hired me for something. So I got the dog. We drive back. He gets along well with the one-eyed cat, which is sweet. They get along pretty well.
Do you remember the cat's name? You knew it for a while.
I thought I did.
When you told me the story.
I thought I did. I want to say Jack something. Like, why Jack? That's not. I don't remember what it is.
Are you still friends with her on
No,
Facebook?
I don't even know her name anymore. She doesn't have her Facebook anymore.
Oh.
That's why I think she's an angel. I don't think she is
Do you have
real.
her phone number?
No, I have no contact for her.
You need to confirm or deny this one-eyed cat information.
Well, the thing is, I need to. If I ever make any money after you, it's going to her. That's true.
I don't need nothing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'll get you the Luther season 3.
Do you know? Give me Luther.
No, I don't.
Get me
Well,
Luther.
if I get back my
Get-
money, I don't know how to. I don't know who are. I don't know. I think I could put it out there again.
Yeah.
Hey, who was that girl? I think I could find her probably, but I don't know. I mean, I want to be able to repay her. I'm not gonna talk to her like to repay her.
That would be cool for the story, though, to get her.
She's way too private. I don't even know her real name.
Okay, she's private, but she'll also take a stranger into her home, so she
No, but
might,
but that's
for the sake of
I
this-
don't think so.
the Saturday Evening Post.
We can try, but I really doubt it. I'll try, but I
You
will
could
be
just put
very
out
surprised.
Chuckles is writing about this. She would love like your. To
As long
talk
as it's
to you,
completely anonymous, yeah.
anonymously
yeah,
about the
yeah.
cat.
That's probably true, I guess.
and then Chuckles will stalk you,
Yeah. Yeah.
stab you multiple
Yeah,
times.
it's funny.
You'd be on up
I wouldn't make that
Heads
joke
up.
because she does have a thing about stalking.
there. No, I don't joke.
But
You have her
so
address, though, don't
no,
you?
I have no idea.
Where did you stay when you went?
I don't remember her address, but it's in Boys Town. But I don't
Boys
know.
Town?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you're getting to it. Pardon
do-
me if you are.
no, please.
The asshole story, that asshole line. If it was illegal to be an asshole.
Oh, that's right. That was one of the things the cops. I forgot about that. That's one of the things the cops said. It's like it's not illegal to be an asshole, which is a shame because that kid's an asshole. And I'm like, and I like the use of the word asshole, the way it's like a jerk. You don't mean like a guy. You mean like the movie The Jerk. Like he's a jerk. Like he's an asshole. Like he's not a prick. Like he's just an asshole. Poor fucking kid. Sad kid. This kid. So. Get the dog. We go back. It gets along well with the cat. I sleep like a fucking lamb. I sleep so well. I get up really early. We go for a walk. I meet a girl named Annie, and she was like, "Hey, you want to go out for drinks later?" I'm like, "All right," because she's cute. There were so many cute people in Chicago. No idea. And that's when I was like talking to the girl, and I was like, I had no idea Chicago. I thought it was a hole. I really thought it was a shitty place. She's like, "This is Boys Town. It's like the West Hollywood of Chicago." And I was like, "Oh," because like everybody's clean and friendly and nice. And she's like, "Yeah, there's some shitty places in Chicago." I'm like, "Oh." But then I got a date with this girl because I was like, first time I dropped the line of, well, because Jumbo goes right up to her, like, "Oh, sorry, I just flew out here from LA. I have a small business and the dog." And I told the story, and I'm like, "This is such a good line." And she's like, "Oh my god, I should buy you a drink for all your." I'm like, "Yes, you should, sweet lady." She still comes out here sometimes. She has family in Santa Monica, so I see her every once in a while. Anyway, so we go to a dog beach against a lake, and dog goes. Trump is having a great time, and we're driving to the airport. And I just have money to fly back. I think I had to borrow $50 from Ryan or Kevin Cat. I borrowed not a Kevin Cat. I borrowed some money from somebody. And then we're driving back, and I'm like, you know what? I'm really sorry for spending all this time about me and the dog and the thing. What the fuck? What do you do? What's your life like? I mean, other than REI, she's like, "Oh, I have an MA in documentary filmmaking." I'm like, well, what? I've spent all this time in her apartment, like the most interesting conversation. The way I'm hunting this kid down, we're staking him out. She's like none of this would have been we could have won awards with this. She's like, "I don't have a camera." I'm like, "You're blowing my mind right now that this really could have been all documented." And again, now we know what happened. Before, it was really riveting, and it was now you make the movie, it would be unrealistic. You'd watch and go, "This is stupid. This doesn't happen." At the time, we could have had real footage. It would have been amazing. And that blew me away. That was a good twist ending. I'm a documentary filmmaker. And then I fly back. And then I didn't have any money for rent. So we had a bunch of bands play to raise money, because I would have not been able to pay rent. Noah Blade. Slighted Blade. I barely had my rent paid. And that's it, really, I think. And now Jim has them. Because I'm going to Detroit, and Detroit dogs freeze.
Who's Jim?
Jim's an amazing guy. I respect him highly.